But meteorologist Brittany kicks off our coverage with details on Erin and also some potential showers here before Erin arrives. Brittany.
That's right, shaping up to be a wet day. We've been dealing with light rain and drizzle throughout the morning. Right now, early this afternoon, Erin is just off the coast of North and South Carolina. It's a Category 2 hurricane, but it is getting stronger this afternoon, and that will continue to strengthen to a Category 3, a major hurricane again later tonight through tomorrow. Still expected to pass us offshore Thursday through Friday, but it's going to get larger moving offshore, sending extra water and dangerous surf our direction. There's a rip current statement out for the beaches. Life-threatening rip currents are likely lasting through Friday. On top of that, a high surf advisory for the coastline. So for New York City and Jersey shore beaches, we could anticipate waves approaching 5 to 9 feet today, up to 8 to 13 feet tomorrow. And check out the forecast for Long Island beaches, 7 to 11 feet on Wednesday, up to 12 to 16 feet on Thursday. And then late Thursday into Friday, anticipating coastal flooding, so minor to moderate coastal flooding possible. There's a coastal flood watch that includes most of the Jersey Shore, more the same for Nassau and Suffolk County. We could see 1 to 2 feet of inundation above ground. And then heading throughout this afternoon, watching out for a chance for showers. It's cloudy. Most of the rain is north and west of the city. Also looking at a few pockets of downpours near Kingston. Light rain for Suffolk County and a few sprinkles for Ocean and Monmouth County. So as we head throughout this afternoon, we'll continue to dodge showers and storms across the area. But beaches are still closed because of that threat for rip currents, also dangerous surf. I want to send it over to Tanya Rivero, who's in the Rockaways, with the latest about those closures. Tanya?
All right. Well, Brittany, the city beaches are closed to swimming today and tomorrow. But, you know, the cooler weather, the rain, the wind that we're feeling out here is certainly keeping a lot of people off even the sand, which is open. I'm going to step aside and give you a closer look at what's kind of going on out here right now, because we can see some lifeguards patrolling the beaches, telling people to stay out of the water. We're also seeing some surfers who are taking their chances with those waves, because we know that this rain and these heavy waves, which is scary to most of us, is catnip to them.
It's exciting. I mean, that's part of it, is waiting for good waves.
I do have a flotation device, which is my board. I'm attached to it with a leash.
Hurricane Erin, which has now dropped to a Category 2 storm as it makes its way up the East Coast, will create swells of breaking waves of 10 to 15 feet, according to officials. Those swells expected to peak Thursday night into Friday morning. Officials, including the mayor, are warning New Yorkers about the extremely dangerous riptides, as well as the potential for flooding in coastal communities, including southern Queens, Brooklyn, and Staten Island. The showers and thunderstorms expected this afternoon into the evening today are increasing that flood threat. A reminder to use caution near the shoreline and never drive through coastal floodwaters.
The riptides are not forgiving. So we want to make sure that the public understands that you can enjoy the sand, you can come and enjoy the sand, but please do not venture into the water. The rip currents are very difficult to be able to maneuver, and we want to make sure that the people understand the importance of that.
Again, everyone out here is being warned to stay out of the water over the next 2 days, and that does include surfers. Officials are calling the conditions out here life-threatening. Live on Rockaway Beach, Tanya Rivero, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Tanya. Well, the threat putting a damper on many vacation plans along the Jersey Shore. Erin may not make landfall, but its winds out in the ocean are forcing officials to shut down swimming on beaches up and down the Jersey Shore.
New Jersey reporter Anthony Johnson continues our coverage this afternoon. He's at Point Pleasant Beach in New Jersey. Anthony?
Well, it is miserable out here on Point Pleasant Beach. The rain is coming down sideways, and nobody is allowed onto the beach. As a matter of fact, there are gates to block people from actually walking out on the sand. There are no lifeguards. Red flag warnings everywhere along the Jersey Shore. 12 towns have shut down the beaches, and we can hear the power of the waves coming in over my shoulder, the pounding of the surf as the storm continues to go ahead and come on in. Of course, Erin is way off into the distance, hundreds of miles away, but the impact of the waves, the rip currents, and all of that definitely putting a damper on a lot of people's plans for this couple of days of their summer vacation. We do see a few people out here walking on the boardwalk. Some diehards are out here getting a little bit of exercise in, bringing the kids out to the arcades. Those are pretty much the only things that are open at this hour. Most of the places are still shuttered. Even the big area, the amusement park, is closed down. Some people hoping that will open a little bit later on today, but the way the weather looks now, it doesn't seem like that is going to happen anytime soon. But like I said, we were out here talking to some of the folks that have heard the warnings about not going into the water. We haven't seen any signs of that, and the folks are saying, hey, take those messages about staying out of the water seriously.
Heed the warnings and listen to the officials. Look what happened, Malcolm Jamal Warner in a riptide. I mean, use him as an example. He got pulled out in a riptide and he no longer is with us. So listen to them. They're not lying.
And that is absolutely right. Of course, along the Jersey Shore, we've had several people that have drowned, sadly, because they've been out there in the water, caught in a riptide. A lot of those folks had gone out after the lifeguards had left the beach, but there are no lifeguards out here today. Probably the same thing will be in place for tomorrow, depending on the conditions. But we can tell you that water is churning out there in the Atlantic, and very few people are down here on the Jersey Shore. Some folks just come out here to see the power of the water. Others just going out, walking with the kids. But really, it's pretty empty out here today on the boardwalk. That is the latest live from Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. Anthony Johnson, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.